The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Amon-Ra St. Brown going to bring it out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Looking downfield for Godwin. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
Chris Godwin.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered. He just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 4 catches, 57 yards.
And he was able to hold that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, Fields. He finds Robinson. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. To throw again on 2nd down, Fields. They'll wind up up losing 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Fields now to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Azeez Ojulari. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Detroit. Chris Godwin, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Lions have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Cohen now to return.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
To throw is Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2nd and 10. Throwing again is Fields. And he fires one incomplete. And the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap. Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Goff. Looking downfield for Godwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Shoves him away. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, 22 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Brings up 2nd and 3. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Williams. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll try the air now with Goff. Throw here's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Williams running left. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. It's now 4th down. And this one is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And what was amazing to me was the fact he was able to get as much on the ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally, when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go.
Off play action. Fields. Robinson's got it. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. with Montgomery from the pistol. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete right side to Kmet. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Now Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Amon-Ra St. Brown going to bring it out of his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him rolled down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Goff now looking to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, doesn't it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Read option. Here's Montgomery. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
And the Bears first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Let's go.
Well, here's the call. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Back to throw. Fields.
And that is incomplete here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun. Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Powell. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go. Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Man open is Robinson. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On 1st down, Fields.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Fields throwing again. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Santos on for a field goal of 46 yards.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's the Cowboys out on top as they've gone to the half. The Cowboys trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head up to our nation's capital to check on the football team at home at FedEx Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The Saints still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. And meanwhile, for the Lions, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Here's Cohen now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to float from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap. to stay inbounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Play action. It's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, here's Swift.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Got a man. That's Lazard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense is marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass at 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. That's complete right side to Lazard. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The sack by Robert Quinn. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a first down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Now he steps away. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Final minute now, the 3rd quarter. From the 25 on 2nd down, Fields. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Amon-Ra St. Brown going to bring it out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Let's go.
they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now it's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And in for the Lions, touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go. Let's do this.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Read option. Here's Montgomery. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. Montgomery, a first down and then some. The 40. Past the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Santos now to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Williams.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Williams.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up the
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here comes the Lions punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one will be accepted.
From the gun, here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
A gain of 12 brings up 2nd down.
Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Running for it, Montgomery. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now it's gone. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They'll try it now with Swift. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Here's Cohen now to return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop them with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the 31, Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So here come the Lions now. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Looking downfield for Godwin.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Goff. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is caught inside the 5. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you can have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right.